Okay, boys and girls, welcome back. Redmissed in the house once again. How you doing? I hope everyone's doing great. I'm doing great, and we, my friends, are playing some more Clash Royale. Now, in case the update, like you guys, if you've seen the update, not only have the new balance changes come in, so now obviously the elixir pumps quicker, the poison does more damage, the tombstone produces stuff slower, the lava hound pups have the most ridiculous nerf in the world, literally decreased by 1%. What was even the point? And also the mega minion is taking a nerf in hit speed and hit damage. Um, so it's like a zero point 0.1 second nerf on the speed, but it's like a 6% nerf on the damage. I'm not sure if it's true or not, but looking at Reddit, they reckon that because of that, the speed and the damage, they reckon that the Mega Minion's actually having like a 14% decrease in stats because of how much slower it's going to be. Even though it's zero point 0.1 hit speed slower, they reckon that that is going to be a ton of damage. So anyway, we are going to jump into it. Now, as you see from yesterday's videos and stuff like that, we were using this deck right here. We've managed to get back up into the Legendary Arena. We've played one game into the Legendary Arena, which I think you would have saw one game before the Legendary Arena in yesterday's video. I can't quite remember, or in earlier on's video. But what we've actually gone ahead and done is we've gone ahead and started a classic challenge. Just because I wanted to play the game, but I didn't want to move up way too high in the ladder without kind of showing you guys as such. I don't mind moving up a little bit, but I don't want to move up like say 400 trophies or something. Without showing you guys some of the matches. So anyway, we're going to jump into it, and I actually want to show you a couple of these classic matches here. Now, I'm going to go ahead and I want to show you this first one here against somebody using a giant Three Musketeers. Now, one of the other reasons why I want to show you these matches is because I'm showing you that even though this deck has no legendaries, not only is it good for pushing um, in the ladder, but it's also good at pushing in the tournaments. Now, I'm only doing 10 gem tournaments here because of the fact of I didn't want to go buying gems just to do a grand challenge just to show you guys. So I had like 50 gems or something, or something like that. I can't remember. Either way, I had enough gems to be able to use 10 gems on this challenge. So as you can see here, it shuts down very, very nicely. We're completely ignoring his elixir pump, which in a way is a bit of a bad thing, but then as soon as I see that second Pecker, I just give him a laugh and I give him a good game. Now, I laughed because I found it funny that he had the giant Pecker and the giant in his deck. I gave him the good game because it's game over. There's no way that he is going to be able to beat my deck with the giant and the giant Pecker in my deck unless by some miracle he is able to build up both of them in a single push. Now, he might get that miracle right there because I've gone and used my fireball because I'm like, well, he's got nothing I can fireball having two tanks like that. And then I see Three Musketeers and I'm like, okay, that's fine. I've got my Zap, I've got my Valkyrie, I can take out Three Musketeers, that's perfectly fine, no problem. He's going to drop down his giant in front. I'm going to let my archers take care of that. Drop the Valkyrie down in the back. I'm going to put the Zap on them. She's going to take them out. Mega Minion's going to start working on the face of his giant, and we're going to go do some good work right there. Tanking with the giant Pecker, killing with or spanking with the archers over there. He's then going to play barbarians and minions. So I'm like, okay, that's a perfect fireball. So you baited out my fireball instead of using it on your musketeers. That's fine, my friend, because then he's going to go and pump up an elixir pump with a hog rider and archers going to his tower. Wrong move, my dude. Obviously, Mini Pecker is never going to touch a Mega Minion. So Mega Minion there, Valkyrie in front, but then he goes and drops that giant again. We've got no quarrels with that because we're going to go set up this Inferno Tower. We're going to zap these minions, and the Inferno Tower, the archers, and the towers are going to take him out with 3/4 health on the Inferno Tower. Fire Wizard is going to hit the Inferno Tower for one shot, but it's game over. We had the Fireball for those 3 Musketeers. Happy days, taking home a victory. First challenge, first win there. So, then we're going to play another one. Now, the second guy, guys, I don't know what it is, you know. I don't know if it's because of the fact that with the update, the elixir pump has come into effect again or what, but we're playing against another giant pump deck. Now, I have a feeling that giant pumps are going to be coming back into the meta, guys, because the elixir pump is viable, I think. If you don't know what's actually happened to it, in the last nerf, it actually changed the elixir pump from being one of the most highest rate used cards to one of the lowest. Now, they've changed that by keeping it, they're still keeping it at 6 elixir. But look at this, guys. I tank the damage from that giant. How crazy is this? This is a bold move right here, but it pays off because obviously I win it. Now, as I say, they've changed the HP. They've kept the HP of it. They've changed the lifespan of it. So instead of it lasting for 80 seconds, it lasts for 70 seconds. And instead of it pumping at 9.8 seconds, it pumps at 8.4 seconds. So it pumps a 1.5 seconds quicker than it did before. Okay? So that means that you're going to get elixir from it much, much quicker. So now, even if somebody lightnings or rockets, actually maybe not from a rocket, but from a lightning, it's going to pump twice before it dies. If a rocket, I think because of how much extra damage the rocket does, I think it might only pump once. But then, at the same time, if it pumps once, then that means that somebody's just used 6 elixir to kill 5 elixir and do a bit of tower damage. So it's working out a lot better. Like, obviously, if you look here as well, if somebody sends the fireball to the elixir pump, it's still going to get like 4 or 5 pumps. So it's not really a bad trade anymore, because the fireball is going to, like, once it's pumped a couple of times, it's like 4 elixir, the same as the fireball. So you're only trading out tower damage now. But as you can see here, look at this, guys. I've completely ignored that giant because I had my Inferno Tower over here. I'm going to zap his Sparky. I'm then going to play my Mega Minion on the top, and he's got nothing that can really do anything here because Ice Wizard's going to be targeted onto my Valkyrie. The archers and the Mega Minion are going to take down that second giant with only 1 shot on the tower. And we've just been completely ignoring his elixir pumps. So he's had that constant tick of elixir on us because of those pumps. But his deck is not well designed. He's not been able to break our defense because we can cycle stuff so quickly. And to be honest, the main source of our victory was a lot like the other game that you saw, like, what was it, 2 days ago, when I ignored a Hog Rider on my tower. It was the same here. I ignored the giant. So sometimes you can't be afraid to take damage on your tower. Now, unfortunately, this loss right here was pure luck. It literally went down to the wire, and it was either my fireball or his miner. His miner got the shot before my fireball landed. Pretty standard, really close battle. No point showing you it because it's quite boring. Back and forth, the same combination over and over and over and over. And in the end, his miner just managed to get that 1 shot before my pump. So, before my fireball, sorry. So, we're going to jump in here and look at this, guys. He does a predictive log, assuming there's going to be like a skeleton army or something, and there's not. So because of that Mega Minion, his Hog's going to get 2 shots on the tower. And watch this, guys. The Spear Goblins are actually going to tank the tower damage. So he ends up fireballing in the end. But hey, that's fine. If he didn't fireball, that Mega Minion would have made it to his tower. So, we've got more damage over on the right hand side, so we're going to push with our Valkyrie and a Hog. He's going to push in with his Spear Goblins and his Miner. I took a little bit longer than I would have liked with the Zap, just because I was trying to get his Miner as well. But unfortunately, the Zap range isn't large enough. So as you can see here, that one little push, because I pushed at the same time as him, I've dominated his tower over there. So now I just have to sit back and defend. That one archer is going to take that tower down to one zap range. So we're happy here. He again, last time he used a predictive log to take out a skeleton horde or barbarians or something. This time, because of how I countered him the first time with the Mega Minion, he sent in a fireball. And again, I changed how I defended the Hog Rider, which made him waste a fireball as well. So, perfect placement on the Valkyrie means that she's not going to take damage. She's going to take the damage instead of the tower. Fireball for those minions. Hog Rider go behind on the Valkyrie, and he's not going to have anything. He used the log to take care of the Valkyrie and knock the Hog Rider back, but he's still going to get to the tower and do like 3 shots or 4 shots, whatever it was. Barbarians to go down this time. This time, if you look, he didn't bother sending in a log or a fireball because he didn't know what I was going to use to defend his Hog Rider. So he sent barbs instead. If he had a bit of know it with his attack, he would have actually put his barbs in front, his Hog behind, and the Hog would have actually pushed one of the barbs in front of him for protection. So he didn't do that. So as you can see here, once again, he's going to go for the log. He is going to take that tower now. But look at how low that tower is over on the left-hand side. Valkyrie is going to... Archers and Zap is going to clear up this Mini Pecker and Spear Gobs. He's going to come in with barbs to defend over there, but that Hog is still going to get 1 shot on its tower. The magic number, my friend, fireball over on the corner. We're going to give him a good game. He's going to give us a thumbs up, and he's going to send in his Miner and his Hog. But we've got that Zap. That's why we gave him a good game, because we knew the magic number was well within range with the fireball and the Zap. I can't remember what that magic number is, but I think it's something like 130. 320, 330, something like that. I'll have to redo the maths on it, but I can't quite remember. So, for the final battle that I want to go and show you today, again, with somebody with the elixir pump. So I'm sure, guys, everybody is thinking with this update, they're sure the elixir pump is coming into play. But if you look at this, guys, the Spear Goblins and the Hog Rider with the Zap to get rid of that Witch's skeletons, fireball because he plays the princess as well. So I couldn't resist that, wasting all of my elixir, seeing that I was going to get more tower damage, kill the witch and kill the princess. I could not resist that. So his tower is at 12 HP already. He's going to start off a giant right down the back, and we're just going to sit back and wait for him to come to our side of the match, because we don't need to rush, because we've got that Inferno tower, so we know we can rip a giant apart. So obviously Valkyrie's going to go down in the back to get rid of all of this stuff. I do go ahead and Zap, just because I kind of I'd already clicked the Zap thinking that the Valkyrie was going to go down to the skeletons and goblins. So I wanted to Zap to get rid of all the skeletons and goblins so she can move forward and kill the witch and the princess. He wastes more elixir by putting that second giant down on the line, and that gives me an opening to get to his tower with my Hog Rider and my goblins, or my Spear Goblins, I should say. So Mini Pecker here, but because of that Ice Spirit, I just go ahead and I use the 3 elixir on the archers to stop that Mini Pecker getting a single shot on my tower, because I don't want him to change up too much. But as it happens, he's actually going to change his lane of push anyway, because I guess it doesn't really matter for him what lane he pushes, because he's not really done any damage to either lane. but he needs to stop me from doing damage over on the right hand side. But he knows it's over because he's seen that I've got the zap, and he knows that tower's in zap range. So I'm going to keep focusing this tower over on the left with my hog, defending his pushes. And the fact that he's actually changed lanes, beautiful for me, because not only do I now get the privilege of defending his push, but once I've finished defending his push, I can actually make a counter push. And that's what he knows, and he knows he messed it up. That's why he goes and gives us a good game, and that's why he says it, like, that's why he basically gave up waiting and just let that giant drop down. Not really sure what he's going to do now, because he can't get to my towers at all, guys. I'm just going to put that Inferno Tower on his side, just so that he definitely can't push over and do nothing. Somehow, I don't know, I was worried about like a 3 crown in 15 seconds. I don't know. I was just putting that Inferno Tower down to make sure he didn't do no pushes. So, as you can see, working really, really well over here. Good fun, good stuff. Things now, also, guys, the update hasn't also come here. Like, this is why I also wanted to jump on and show you these replays now, because the iPad has had an update of something like a Red King Tower, but the Android hasn't. So I'm playing on my phone, which is Android, but my iPad over the other side, it is changing up, and it's all looking really cool. So I didn't want the update to come into the Android and then I lose the challenges that I've done as well, to show you guys. So this is actually probably about an hour or so after, or maybe a few hours, like 3 or 4 hours after the video you saw yesterday. But I'm going to continue to push up the ladder now and probably finish off that challenge. So in tomorrow's video, you can see me push up the ladder a little bit higher up with this deck. I'm probably going to stop once I get to probably about 3200, if I can make it to 3200 with it, just because I think that this particular setup isn't as fun as the one that I was running before with my Princess and my Ice Wizard, but I don't know. Put down in the comments what you want to see me do. Do you want to see me continue to push up with this deck? Do you want to see me use a different one entirely? Put down in the comments what you want to see me use. Or do you want to see me push up a little bit more with the Princess Ice Wizard deck that I was using? So, as always, guys, please hit that like. Please hit that subscribe if you're new to the channel. And I shall see you in the next one. Peace on the streets.